Hey guys, it's Penguin here and welcome back to another gold making video. In today's video, we are going to be covering the step-by-step process that you should be doing at the start of Dragonflight launch. I've gotten a lot of questions personally like, hey Penguin, how are you prepping for launch? What are you doing for launch? What professions are you grabbing? What character are you bringing in first? And I am going to address that here. Now, not necessarily am I talking about my personal plan, however, I'm going to be giving you the step-by-step process of what I believe all people should do. Now, as always, I am a gold making channel, so if you are stopping by for the first time, I am looking through the lens of professions and gold making. Most of this stuff will be relevant to all players, but keep in mind some things might not be as relevant if you're not a gold maker yourself. And I do have to mention it, this is part 5 of our Dragonflight series, so if you're looking for some more Dragonflight info, I highly recommend checking out the playlist down below in the description. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video, and thank you so much for watching. And alright, up first, we're going to start very simple. And your first main goal is, of course, getting to the Dragon Isles. Now this is super simple, it's kind of like every other expansion. You will need to go to Stormwind or Org, depending on your faction, and you will need to start the Dragonflight questline. After a few quests, you should board the ship to the Dragon Isles, and then you will make your way to the starting campsite. It may look a little bit different depending on the faction you're on. Once you are there, you will pick up some quests to kill some drakes. It's going to be about 3 or 4 quests, and the first main milestone once you complete those quests is that you are going to make your way to the Wing Rest Embassy. This is your first major milestone that you are going to do, and this is a very important one. Of course, make sure you pick up your flight path, of course, do the intro quest of whatever you have to do, but right here, you are going to want to pick up your professions. Now, the reason why this is a huge milestone is because the faster you pick up your professions, depending on the profession, you will be able to instantly start skilling them up. Or if you come across something, as you continue to level, you will have profession and gain skill. What I mean by this is if you are a gatherer, as many people are going into Dragonflight as a gatherer, they will instantly be able to pick up herbing and mining. This means as they continue on questing, they haven't even hit the main city, but as they continue questing from here on out, then you can pick up herbs and ore as you continue. Also, if you pick up enchanting or tailoring, tailoring will grant you the Dragon Isle scavenging, meaning that as you quest from here on out, you will gain more cloth. And then of course, enchanting will allow you to disenchant items and increase your enchanting skill as you disenchant the new items or the quest items or even random green drops that come off the mobs that you're killing as you quest. Now, some professions like blacksmithing don't really have an instant need to pick them up. However, if you come across, materials in the world and you want to craft with blacksmithing, keep in mind you have to be at a crafting station. So you may not be able to benefit from blacksmithing inside of the embassy, but who knows, maybe you come across a station at another town, but there's no actual blacksmithing trainer and you're already set to go. It is just very important to grab, and that is your first milestone. After that, you should be about 30 or 40 minutes in, depending on how fast you are questing, and so what you will want to do is just continue the storyline. It is up to you on if you want to do side quests, if you just want to focus the story, but in about 25 or 30 more minutes, so you're reaching about the hour mark of leveling, you should be able to unlock dragon riding. You can't miss it, it is literally a part of the storyline, so once you do, that is very important itself. Dragon riding, keep in mind, is the new flying in Dragonflight, and the special part about it is that you can max it out as soon as you learn. So what I suggest is taking a break from leveling, you're about 50 minutes to an hour in, and go collect all 40 dragon riding glyphs. Now these glyphs are scattered around the world, and it's basically just a fun flying scavenging hunt. Most of the time you have to fly to peaks of mountains, fly into certain structures, and all of these fun areas to find to collect these glyphs. The glyphs themselves upgrade your dragon riding tree, and it literally takes about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to do. There are many resources online that are already showing you exactly all of their locations. They have come up with waypoints for TomTom, and there's just so many tutorial videos out there, so I'll make sure to link one in the description if you want to check it out before Dragonflight releases. So to recap, from here you have taken your first character to the Dragon Isles, you have hit your first flight path, picked up any professions that you need, and you have continued and just learned dragon riding. You have taken another 20 minutes, so you're about an hour and 30 in, and you have maxed out your dragon riding. This will be very important in just 1 second. And from here, it is super simple. You should just level up your main character to 70. It is very important that they hit max level, so take your time, do whatever sort of leveling method you want, but make sure your character hits level 70. And so this is where I'm going to address one of my most asked questions is, hey Penguin, are you just going to focus on one character? Are you going to level like all of your characters a little bit at once? You know, what's your game plan? And it's super important that you have at least one level 70. The reason for this is at level 70, you basically unlock the Dragonflight equivalent of Threads of Fate, but there is no option. It just kind of automatically happens for every other alt that you have. So once you hit 70, as long as you unlock your dailies and your world quest, you are good to go. You can do whatever you need if you want to do some level 70 content, if you want to do some dungeons, if you want to level up your professions. That is all personal preference, but we're now going to switch over to your second alt. So starting out on this alt, it's relatively the same thing. You have to do your intro storyline. So you have to go to Stormwind or Org, you have to board the boat, complete those kind of 3 or 4 Drake quests, and then you will make your way back to the Wing Rest Embassy. Once you are here, you will notice something a little bit different. Because you already have a max level character, the Threads of Fate system will kick in. And so now you have access to any zone you want, very similar to BFA. You guys, if you did play during BFA, are probably very familiar with the scouting mat system. Basically, you would make your way, for Horde, you would make your way to Zuldazar, and you can choose, hey, do you want to start in Vol'dun? Do you want to start in Najmir? Or do you want to start in, Zuldazar? And you will able to pick, and the zone would actually scale to your level. And this is now what you will have in the Dragon Isles. So you can actually pick what zone you want to do, and you no longer have to follow the exact story. Now, another super important thing is you now have access to World Quest on your alts. So those World Quests will give you additional items as long as XP, and all sort of side content, side quest will be available to your alt. So this just increases and makes the leveling experience so much better. Now remember how I said to go max out dragon riding, and not only did that help you with your main character, dragon riding is account wide. And so now all of your alts has instant access to dragon riding, and it is fully maxed out, so yet again you can just quest so much faster. Now, of course, if you want to follow the same sort of pathing, pick up your professions at the flight path camp that you're at right now, just like you did on your main character. However, since your alts is activated in this Threads of Fate system, your alts are automatically given the flight path to Valdrakken, which is the main city. Now, this doesn't matter a ton because you have, dragon riding maxed anyways, but you could take your level 60, maybe your level 61, whatever the level it is, and automatically go to Valdrakken, which has your auction house, has everything you need, and it's the center hub of all crafting. So technically, if you just wanted to park your character, kind of level up your professions before maxing them out, you can do that just right there, and you have some flight paths unlocked, which just makes life a lot easier. But yeah guys, after that, it is really up to you. Some people are going to be focusing on leveling characters and then leveling professions, while other people are going to do the opposite. They may want to make some gold up front, and then they will continue leveling later. It truly does not matter, and it's really up to you. Now, a huge thing I do want to note is reputation. Keep in mind that Renown is character specific. So if you need Renown, which all professions need Renown in order to gain some of their crafting recipes, you will have to farm that on each toon. So completing the storyline on each toon will probably be beneficial, as you will gain Renown through completing those chapter quests. Now, a huge thing that changed just today, which is super exciting, is that Blizz has kind of created a catch-up system for your ults. So once your main character hits Renown 10 with a specific faction, then all of your ults will have an 100% reputation boost. So basically, they gain reputation twice as fast, so you have the ability to catch up. So you may want to prioritize your main character hitting that 10 milestone and then another milestone at 20 in order to increase your reputation grind on all of your other characters. This is where you just get creative, but I really just wanted to highlight the starting point of the expansion. Focusing on your main toon, unlocking professions, unlocking dragon riding, and lastly actually hitting max level is going to be super important for the ease of your ults. But everybody, let me know if you have any additional comments. I may be missing something, and who knows, maybe you can help out a ton of people by letting me know in the comments. Also, just for fun, let me know what character you're bringing in to the Dragon Isles first. I am doing my Windwalker Monk that has enchanting and tailoring, and I'm super excited. But everybody, as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.